And welcome to a Pecos League recap for games played on June 18th. I'm your host, Joey Dean. We start in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where the Garden City Wind took on the Fuego. Top of the first inning, Dominic Enbody with a 3-run home run to make it 3-0 in favor of the visiting Garden City Wind. We go to the top of the fourth inning, Jacob Talamonte with this solo home run to make it 5-0. Garden City would collect 16 hits, 15 walks, and 8 hit batsmen in the ball game. They would go on to win by a score of 22-9. Next, we go to Alpine, Texas, as the Tucson Saguaros took on the Alpine Cowboys. Top of the second inning, Gavi Perez-Torres with this 2-run double to make it 6-0, part of a 7-run inning for Tucson. Top of the seventh inning, Dahandi Johnson with this 3-run homer makes it 17-2 in favor of the Saguaros. That was his 4th homer of the year. Then Gavi Perez-Torres with a solo home run in the top of the 8th, his 6th of the season, makes it 18-2. Tucson would go on to win 19-3. Next we go to Roswell, New Mexico, as the Pecos Bills took on the Invaders. Bottom of the 5th, Michael Perez with a 2-run homer, his 3rd of the season, makes it 3-1 in favor of the Invaders. Bottom of the 9th, though, David Amaya at the plate. Alexandrov, the catcher, comes in and scores on this wild pitch from Jonathan LaGuire, ties the ball game up. Behind him, Michael Fisk is thrown out at home. And then in the top of the 10th, Rene Mendoza with an RBI walk for Pecos. They would go on to win the ball game by a score of 8-6. Now we go to Iola, Kansas, as Kansas City took on the Blackwell Flycatchers. Bottom of the second inning, Zachary Trangmar with a solo home run makes it 2-0 in favor of the Hormigas. Top of the 9th, Marcus Gracie with his 2nd home run of the day, a 2-run shot, ties it up at 6. That's his 7th home run of the season. Bottom of the 11th, Nicholas Chavez at the plate. Oscar Galvez scores on the wild pitch as Parker Ruth threw the wild pitch, and the Hormigas walk it off 7-6. Now we go to California as San Rafael took on Martinez. Top of the 2nd, John Pecos with a 2-run home run, his 5th of the year, makes it 5-1. Later in the top of the 4th, Chris Wright with a 3-run home run makes it 9-4 in favor of San Rafael. And then in the top of the 8th, Jonathan Waite, a 2-run homer, makes it 13-4 as San Rafael powers their way to a 17-4 victory over Martinez. And finally, we have the Dublin Leprechauns and the Vallejo Seaweed. Bottom of the 6th inning, Damon Hale with a 2-run home run, his 3rd of the year, makes it 3-2. Bottom of the 8th, Sam Ott with an RBI double makes it 4-3. And in the top of the 9th, Andrew Mason strikes out to pitcher Brad Moreno, who earns the save, and Dublin gets the win 5-3. Join us again next time for another Pecos League recap.